Peter! Found you. You cannot hide from me forever. Managed to catch up with Peter on the drill. Peter is going to show us how it's all done. Are you drilling on GPS?
I'm trying it, yeah. I calibrated it yesterday because it was hopeless yesterday.
Oh, right.
So I calibrated everything.
Are you using your markers as a point as well, are you?
Yeah, because you can tell if it is off, you can tell.
Yeah. And how accurate is it? Are you finding it today?
Right, spot on. According to that, 2 or 3 centimetres drift.
Yeah. You know, I know.
I've drilled all that, and it's been bang on the line all the time.
Yeah. And so what do you do when you come back? Because it's when you come back, isn't it? After you've filled up, that's when you'll have your drift.
when if you go and fill up. And
do you just set your line again, run up your line?
Well, you can nudge the line with that button there. You can nudge it left or right into the right place.
Yeah.
But it tends to drift. If you're gone for 10-15 minutes, it's drifted a foot maybe.
Yeah. And there's special RTK satellite signals that you can put on these things that are spot on every time, don't
they just stay the same year after year.
But this one's a very basic one, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
It's only it's a free subscription one, really.
It wouldn't work very well yesterday, I don't know why, but today, so far, it's been spot on.
Yeah. It looks like a nice till out the front, Pete.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a bit hard. I had to increase the pressure on the drill to get it going the ground, but it's alright.
How do you do that, then?
There's a couple of screws on the back. You press the coulters harder into the ground, and you lift the wheels on the wings so that they're allowed to go in a bit deeper.
We found some 2-year-old seed on it, this stuff.
Yeah, it's Nelson.
Nelson, yeah. And the farmer had done a germination on it. The germination wasn't brilliant, but what you can do, instead of throwing the seed away...
He did say this morning it was about 75%, and it's not been in there many days, so...
Oh, right.
He thought it was good enough. But we've upped the rate. I'm drilling at 250 kilos a hectare.
Right, so...
just to allow for some that don't grow.
Yeah. That's what I mean. If you are a little bit low on your germination, you can up the rate, can't you, to compensate?
Well, any that don't grow, you're allowing for and putting more seeds in the ground.
And as winter wheat goes, Pete, what's your usual rate with, like we've got some stuff that's 99%, haven't we? So
yeah, I mean normally this time of year, because it's quite early and still nice and warm, so it should grow. So 180 perhaps drill normally. So we've upped it quite a bit.
But there's no point wasting the seed, is there? Like,
no.
And it keeps us drilling for the day, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So instead of waiting for tomorrow...
We're waiting for the seed dressers to come and dress some seed for tomorrow, so...
No.
I can get an extra 30-40 acres drilled today.
But we like this drill setup, don't we? This is quite nice and light. We're on the 900 tyres on the 7718, aren't we? So
yeah, I do prefer it on my tractor because it's got a better turning circle. You can just go out, turn around and come back in a lot easier.
Yeah.
You have to stand on the independence on this one to get it to turn in time. But
yeah.
Apart from that...
It's because the main reason is it's got a loader though, isn't it?
Well, it's a different front axle as well. It's not quite the turning circle.
Well, I notice on mine turns a heck of a lot sharper than this one, doesn't it?
Oh, does it? Well, maybe they have reduced it for the loader, but it's certainly nicer with this when it's behaving itself and driving in a straight line, because I couldn't even get it to drive a straight line yesterday. It was hopeless.
No.
But I did have a go and calibrate all the settings, did the compass calibration, the steering calibration. I think that's made it a bit better.
So there's a lot of greenery, Pete.
That's just the beeper saying I'm getting low on seed.
Oh sweet, we timed that perfection then, didn't we?
No, it won't be empty yet. I'll go up and down a couple more times. That's volunteer oats, that is, growing.
Yeah. Does that alarm keep going off?
Yes, it's very annoying.
Okay. Right. Okay, we'll come back. So the alarm's going off to say we got low seed, but Peter's just going to check it. I'm going to... How much?
Just make sure we got enough to get to the other end of the field.
How do you know when you're really low?
Well, I don't let it get really low because the beeper gets on your wick.
Ah, right.
For a start. So
you got another 2 goes.
You tolerate it for a few runs and then just check you got enough. I'll go down to that end and then we'll go and fill up.
Use the Manitou here with the bag lifter on. He'll lift it above the hopper and then we'll undo it. But we let him put the bag up there first just in case any mishaps. So this is the 7718, and we've got a big set of tyres for this one, so yeah. And it's all about keeping your weight down. Big tyres, less weight on the field, less compaction, and a lightweight drill on the back as well. So yeah, it's a nice light setup, and we always have pretty good results with it. We've looked at the drill before, but basically all the seed comes down, it's blown down these pipes, and they come out the bottom here, down in these cultures, so it gets cultivated, and then out the back there it drops the seed out the back. Peter will keep his eye on all these, don't you, in case they block up.
We'll check them in a minute when we start, yeah.
And it's noticeable if you miss it, and if you start drilling and one's blocked for an hour, you notice it.
It's always near the road where everyone can see it.
So when you engage your PTO, Peter, that just drives the fan.
That just drives that fan in there, yeah. Blowing the air up in the mushroom and down the pipe. So you get out, make sure all your pipes are running, get your wheel and kick. The thing is driven along, you can see it coming out. You then walk along the back of the drill, look under every spout, make sure it's full.
We've got something caught on that one, look.
See? Your old pants. Uh-oh. We're on a tram line. So if you look all the ones marked with a yellow stripe,
Oh yeah.
there's nothing coming out of those because we're on a tram line.
Right. So if we come down close, down here I can feel air coming out of that one. Going there. And every time Peter fills up, he'll come back and he'll check it. How often do you check it, Pete?
Every time I put a bag of seed in.
Yeah. And is it quite common to be blocked up?
Not in drilling conditions like this, but when it gets a bit sticky and muddy, that's when they tend to block up. But if there's a bit of rubbish in the bag that you put in, it can go up and get blocked in the mushroom, and that'll create one as well. So it can get blocked up the top, or it can get blocked down the bottom.
Right. And you said you increased the pressure on the drill, so does that mean you were drilling deeper in essence?
It's putting the tines in deeper, yeah.
Yeah.
There's seed. Look.
And how deep do you want to go?
Inch and a half, that's all.
That's your...
Just under the surface, really.
And it's covering it all up nicely,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
covering it. There's the odd one or two laid about, but by the time you've rolled it, that'll
Yeah.
hide those as well.
It's looking to stay dry for a few days, so we wait for this now, because it's still a little bit tacky on top. But after we've done that, we get the rolls, don't we? We roll it all flat,
And
then
once these are dry, had a day dry, and you roll it, they'll just crush, so they'll get smashed up by the rolls.
and then the farmer can come with his pre-emergent, and if it's nice and flat, we get a nice sealant of pre-emergent on there as
Yeah.
well, which stops all the weeds coming through.
If you get a lump like that you see left, and then he puts his pre-emergent spray on, it covers that
Yeah.
to stop weeds, but then that breaks open, and all the weeds inside then grow out.
Right.
So that's not covered with any spray in there,
No.
just the outside. So the weather breaks these lumps down, and they shatter, and all the little seeds that are inside then grow. So
Right.
if you finer you can get it,
Yeah.
the better.
Peter's just going to show us how he operates the drill, and then we'll put the drone up and have a little look, and then I've got to go back to work because I'll get told off. Right, so you engage your PTOs, which starts your fan, doesn't it?
I don't stop the PTO all day long. I leave it running.
Oh dear, even when you
Because
fill
then,
it
so if you do stop it, sometimes you forget to start it. So get
then
into,
you've
get
got
into
no
the habit of not stopping it at all.
up. Right.
And when you get out the tractor, you have to pull the handbrake on,
Yeah.
because that will stop the PTO. If you get out without handbrake on, the PTO will stop. Yeah, that's flashing on 5, so I was drilling a tram line. It's just tripped over to number 1 now.
Yeah, because you picked up your...
Because I picked up the belt markers.
Yeah.
That's the tram lines you're on. I don't know if you can see that, can
Yeah,
you?
that's it.
That's your forward speed, 0, because we stood still. That's how many hectares you've drilled.
Yeah.
And that's back to tram lines again. So,
So not too much on that box.
no, it's quite,
Just controls the tram lines.
It's quite a simple box.
So what are we doing here? We wait until front tyres cross.
Now down.
Drill goes down.
You have to do that because it takes a while. The wheel turns. The seed has to travel through the metering system into the mushroom, up the mushroom, down all the pipes
Yes.
before it gets into the ground. So
Right.
if you don't let it down soon enough, you have square boxes with no seed in.
Right, I'm with you. How fast can you drill?
As fast as you can comfortably sit in the seat, really.
What are we doing? We're doing 10.5k, aren't we?
Yeah.
But you can go far. The
I mean-
faster you go, the metering wheel is touching the ground.
Yeah, so that speeds up. The faster you go, the faster the seed goes through. The slower you go, the slower the seed goes through. So
But there's an optimum speed to everything, isn't there? You
yeah,
don't want to go too
You
fast,
don't
do you?
want to go ridiculous because you'll break the drill. Or
Yes.
but if it's nice and smooth, this is your usual gear.
Yeah.
You know, 10 or 12k normally.
Yeah. And then we're coming up to the end. So when do you pick it out then, Pete?
Once the drill's crossed into what I've drilled. You lift the belt marker up and it'll trick that over onto number 2. Yeah, it's gone on to number 2 now.
And then when you get to number 5,
Now I'll drill a tram line again.
and basically that just stops a couple of the spouts, doesn't it?
Yeah, the ones that weren't running when we checked it just now.
And if our tramline markers were working, it would put them in as well, wouldn't it?
The pre-emergent ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that would tell the farmer where to drive on the tram lines, wouldn't it?
Well, it would, but by the time it's been rolled, you can't see them anyway.
No. Do you like drilling?
Yeah?
Better than ploughing, or
No, I'd rather be ploughing, I think.
is it the same spool for each belt marker?
That one, yeah.
So you pull the same way and it lifts one time and then one the other next
You
time?
push it that way to go down, and you pull it this way to lift them up.
Yeah, but what about the other one?
It trips over and then starts working that one next time.
Right.
And then when you lift that up, it trips something in a little box and it works that one
Ah,
next
so
time.
it switches it every time?
Yeah, but hopefully, because it's nice and moist, it should grow.
Yeah, it's good
Within
conditions, isn't it?
Within
Perfect.
10 days, there should be something showing.
There we go. How long will your seed last, usually in time?
45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Hour, maybe. All depends how fast you're going.
Tram lines are quite funny because it all depends what size drill you've got, haven't it? What size is this?
At 4.8 metres.
4.8. But that allows you to drill 2 tram lines in one go, doesn't it?
So you got 4.8, 4.8, and then half of 4.8
Yeah.
should give you 12 metres.
Right. So if you have a 6 metre drill, you have to drill just one tram line at a time, don't you?
Yeah, some drills you drill a full pass and then you have to overlap half the drill width to get the tram line in the right place.
Yeah.
Because if you've got a 6 metre drill, your 12 metre mark
Oh yeah.
isn't in the centre of the drill. It needs
No.
to be in the centre of the drill, really.
So then that makes that quite tricky, doesn't it?
Well, I say some drills you have to overlap half a drill width.
Can you just go in and drill your, if you're on GPS, you could just go in and drill your tram lines straight off the back, can you?
Well, because he's got GPS on the sprayer, you don't really, strictly speaking, have to put tram lines in at all,
No.
because he can create them with a sprayer.
Yeah. So you could have it just drill the whole field and he'll...
You could do, yeah, but the trouble is if you drill the whole field where you run up and down with the sprayer and the fertiliser, because there's corn growing in that track, it stunts it, and when you come to harvest it up the tram lines, there's always loads of green ones. that are
I got
stunted
you.
and not.
So it's best not to have seed there.
Yeah, it's better to have a clean tram line, and everybody can see where to drive as well.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I will jump off, leave you to it.
Come take my hand, I will walk with you. I won't let go till you say so. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. Wanna make sure that you understand. You're the one who gives my life color. There is no another. With your hand in mine, let me go by your side. Let me go by your side. I wanna stay in your sunlight. I wanna wake up with you by my side. Without you there is no tomorrow. We could be in for the best ride. Want this to last for the rest of our lives. Without you there is no tomorrow. Sometimes I wonder where you came from. You are special, yeah, you're special. Everything about you is so beautiful. I am all yours if you let me stay. You're the one who gives my life color. There is no another. With your hand in mine, let me go by your side. Let me go by your side. Stay in your sunlight. I wanna wake up with you by my side. Without you there is no tomorrow.